Hey everybody, welcome again to another segment of interviews with WebFindYou. This is Robert Blankenship, the CEO of WebFindYou, and I have the pleasure of inviting back again Eddie Moleros from the prior My Elegant Surfaces with now a name change of Cabinet Reface Direct. Eddie, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for having me. Doing great.
Good. So for all of those that have not seen the prior recording that Eddie and I did, please go to our YouTube channel, check it out. You might also find it on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. But what we shared in that prior interview here with Eddie, and his company at that time was called My Elegant Surfaces, which we'll get into a second on why the name change. We shared with you how Eddie actually used a different company for doing his digital marketing for his this new company that he purchased of My Elegant Surfaces with a partner of his. And they essentially spent over $10,000 and got absolutely nothing in return. And so we kind of talked about everything that led up to that. And now this interview is about what actually occurred after Eddie and his partner began using WebFindYou. So I'm going to kind of give a quick recap of what has occurred since then. Then Eddie's obviously going to be able to share his side of it as well. So Eddie, please confirm these things as well. So essentially, we moved you here to WebFindYou. And again, you're part of the WebFindYou challenge. And being an entrepreneur, you have other businesses, you stated right out of the gate that, hey, Robert, look, I don't really have the time to be able to kind of follow the recipe of WebFindYou. I love everything I'm seeing, but is there any options out there to somebody that can actually help us do that? Because remember that we are a digital marketing technology company. We provide true digital marketing technology. And so we built out a marketplace of people that are certified WebFindYou that can help you in following the formula. And so we let Eddie know that, yes, we actually have somebody in the marketplace that he could use. And Eddie, how has that been experienced with this person out of the marketplace?
It's been great. Communication is great. It's very cost effective. It frees up a lot of my time. So things are working well so far.
Great. And what's nice is that you have the confidence that they're certified WebFindYou and they're essentially just following the formula. Now, the main thing that you were having issues with, or one of the main things, was on your pay-per-click side, that you had this other company that you were spending around $1,500 a month and got zero in return. So it took us roughly about 30 days to move you to the WebFindYou platform. And that's because it's like you're in a house. If you want to move from one house to the next, somebody's actually got to do that moving for you, whether it's going to be you or a moving company. And so because you participated in the WebFindYou challenge, we actually assisted this person out of the marketplace in that move. Took about 30 days. And then within about 30 days from that point, you started actually getting organic leads. And remember, you were getting zero before. And then within 2 weeks of the launch of the pay-per-click campaign, you started getting leads. Is that about an accurate statement?
And that's completely accurate. Took
Great.
approximately 2 weeks and leads started coming in.
And again, that shows the difference of what you were doing before. And again, as I stated in our prior interview, it's not your fault. It happens to a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses just go based off of what they hear out there. And unfortunately, there's a lot of misinformation. In fact, 92% of the businesses out there fail in digital marketing. Now, digital marketing doesn't have to be difficult, but unfortunately it is, because there's so many complexities that are built in. But when you have technology helps simplify our life, and that's actually what has occurred with WebFindYou and our true digital marketing technology. So we implemented our pay-per-click strategy with our superior tracking that WebFindYou helps provide. But then you and I started getting into some sort of higher level conversations on the branding side of your company. And one of the things that we were noticing was, My Elegant Surfaces, that we noticed that there was other companies out there with the names similar of Elegant Services and other variations thereof. And you and I got into a conversation about possibly that need of doing a rebranding. Is that accurate?
Correct. There's other companies out there with that name, not necessarily in the same space, but that name pops up quite a bit when you're doing some Google searches. So we did kind of kick around the idea of doing a rebranding, and it took a couple weeks to come up with something that I thought could work, and we went ahead with that.
Right. So you ended up coming up with a name with Cabinet Reface Direct, which actually, as we discussed, was actually a lot more on target in terms of what your company provides, because you guys are the manufacturer of the cabinets for the refacing. And so you guys actually used somebody, I think you had your own designer, came up with a logo, used somebody out of the marketplace to actually then redo the color changes. And so I want to pull up on screen right now and be able to kind of show the before of My Elegant Surfaces. So we're going to show that here. And then now we're going to show the Cabinet Reface Direct and what it looks like now. And you're going to be able to see that obviously, a different change, different colors from a red concept to a blue concept.
Very different.
But in that modification, we actually hit some hiccups on the road on the pay-per-click side. We actually noticed a drop in the leads. And I want to be transparent with everybody. You were getting super nervous. You were beginning to question, right? Go ahead.
So I thought that maybe I made a mistake. Things completely halted. But then after a couple more weeks, it started coming in again. So,
and you were actually even questioning whether or not, in addition to the name change, you were beginning to wonder, wait a minute, there were leads coming in. I remember you, Robert, hey, there were leads coming in. What's going on now? They're not coming in. And I was telling you, look, when you make changes like this, there can be, certain hiccups that can happen, but stick to the script. Everything's going to turn out to be great. And then things started kicking back in. And what I'd like to share with that is also in the pay-per-click strategy, there was also some different things that we were looking to optimize, because pay-per-click is a constant optimization. There's work that goes into the constant optimization. And so sometimes what might be working right now with Google making changes to their algorithm on a consistent basis, we actually want to continue to make additional changes to adapt to that, as well as to be able to scale things. And so in that process, we had a little bit of a drop, but then actually things came back up and we're doing much better. We also gave you options of chat, because within WebFindYou, you have, we are an all-in-one technology, but all for true digital marketing. So you had everything from chat, you had email marketing that we're doing. We've been talking about Facebook ads. I don't think you're quite there ready, but we actually do an amazing job on Facebook ads. But again, we're the technology provider. There's people out in the marketplace that are all certified for this, that can actually do these things for you. So all in all, Eddie, how has been your entire experience here with WebFindYou?
Experience has been great. As you said, there was that little period where things felt a little shaky when I did the rebrand. But since then, where leads started coming in again, we're receiving a couple leads a day approximately. So things are definitely moving in a positive direction.
That's great to hear. And have you made sales with these leads that have come in? Because at the end of the day, leads mean nothing if they don't convert to sales.
This is very true, yes. And we have made sales, and things are ramping up.
Great. And actually, you ended up starting another business as well. Why don't you, if you're ready to share a little bit about that?
Sure. With the success that we're seeing with Cabinet Reface Direct, we had an idea to launch a shower panel business. So with the help of Robert again, we started www.showerpanelsdirect.com, and we're now going through those same steps of getting that business up with PPC and getting some leads coming in as well.
Great. And as Eddie's mentioning, they purchased with this person that they're using out of the marketplace, they purchased the WebFindYou technology, and with this person out of the marketplace, this person is essentially providing the service side and following the WebFindYou formula to be able to bring even more success to Eddie. So Eddie, again, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing with everybody here today. Is there anything else, I don't know, that maybe you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it. Just thank you for all your help, and we're excited to see what the future holds.
Now, if you could go back in time, is there anything that you would have done differently in terms of not going down the route? Go ahead.
I would have went to you first.
That's right.
And not wasted so much time.
That's right. So that's our suggestion to everybody out there. I always specify that it's always important to start down the right path. It's so easy for you guys to go off on the incorrect path, but you're just going to waste time and money, like what happened here to Eddie. And Eddie, your story I've heard by so many different businesses out there. So I just don't want to, I appreciate you sharing with everybody today, because I don't want to see other businesses like yourself go down this incorrect path and lose time and money. So anyways, Eddie, again, thank you so much. We look forward to your continued success, and we'll see everybody here on the next segment of Interviews with WebFindYou.
Thank you.